But what's going on with these fighters nowadays? They're throwing one shot. They throw one jab. They throw one hook. They try, oh, we're going to throw the Mayweather check hook. We gonna go to with the one jab to the body. Go back and look at me from the beginning. Don't look at Money Mayweather. Look at Pretty Boy Floyd. We talk about combinations. We talk about speed. We talk about agility. And we talking about power in both hands.
That was the MJ of boxing, Floyd Mayweather, critiquing the fighters today, who throw one punch at a time and say, that was what Floyd Mayweather used to do in order to justify it. When that's the farthest thing from the truth. That's why Floyd said, go back and study Pretty Boy Floyd. And even Floyd Money Mayweather, go back and watch Floyd versus Canelo Alvarez, how he was throwing combinations in that fight. Canelo was 15 to 20 pounds bigger than Floyd, and Floyd Mayweather still put on a beautiful boxing display. Now, Floyd Mayweather said what he said years ago, but the way Shakur fought Edwin De Los Santos, it was like Floyd Mayweather was describing Shakur Stevenson to a T. You would have had thought Floyd Mayweather was actually talking to Shakur directly if you didn't know any better. Now, one of the main reasons Floyd Mayweather said that is because fighters was trying to emulate him. And then when they get critiqued, they say that's what Floyd Mayweather used to do. That's the Floyd Mayweather style, which that's kind of what Shakur Stevenson did when he was asked about getting booed. He said, well, they booed all of the greats from Floyd, Andre Ward, and Terrence Bud Crawford. Then a day later, Shakur posted on Instagram, quote, do me like they did the greats. I ain't tripping. I was in 100% last night, and it's okay because I still got the win. And for my fans who support me and love me, y'all know the real, no excuses, chin up. And I love you all too. Don't worry, next time out, I have something to prove. I promise. Don't forget I have been here before. Maybe now they will fight me, who knows. But time to heal up and enjoy the holidays with my family. Chasing greatness don't stop. End of the quote. Well, after that performance, I'm not sure who's going to want to fight Shakur. Hopefully he could land the Lomachenko or the Williams Zabata fight. Nevertheless, Shakur posted footage of Floyd Mayweather versus Baldomir, how HBO commentary was so biased toward Floyd. He also posted Terrence Bud Crawford footage of HBO, pointing out how the fans were booing Terrence Bud Crawford. Basically, Shakur is saying, they booed Floyd Mayweather and Terrence Bud Crawford as well, just like they booed me. Shakur Stevenson is using Floyd Mayweather and Terrence Bud Crawford as pure examples to show that even the great fighters dealt with double standards, got booed, and had bad performances sometimes, just like he did. So this is nothing outside of the norm. That's why Shakur said, do me like they did the greats. However, the truth is, this is not that situation. Shakur is not dealing with double standards at the moment in time. This is the cold truth. Now, even though all of the fighters on the coincidental list always deal with double standards, that's not up for debate. It's as clear as day. From Floyd to Devin Haney to Crawford to Andre Ward, and you name it. But that was not the case for Shakur Stevenson versus Edwin De Los Santos. Shakur is not dealing with any double standards. If anything, the commentary was actually biased toward him. The reality is, Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward, Terrence Crawford, Muhammad Ali, and you name it, none of them fought like Shakur fought Edwin De Los Santos. I challenge you to show me a fight where any of them guys fought the way Shakur fought Edwin De Los Santos. It does not exist. Listen, I love the sweet science in boxing. That's why my favorite fighters are Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward, Terrence Crawford, and technical fighters like that. But what Shakur Stevenson did against Edwin De Los Santos, that was not the sweet science. The sweet science in the sport of boxing is hit and don't get hit. That's what Floyd Mayweather, Pernell Whitaker, Muhammad Ali, and you name it, practiced. That's what they did inside of that ring. But when it came to Shakur Stevenson against Edwin De Los Santos, he invented a new sport or new rules called Shakur Stevenson science, which goes as follows: don't hit and don't get hit. That's the Shakur Stevenson science. When Shakur fought Edwin De Los Santos, he was not displaying the sweet science of boxing, hit and don't get hit. He was displaying his own science of don't hit and don't get hit. Floyd Mayweather, Terrence Crawford, and Andre Ward never did that. So put some respect on Floyd Mayweather's name. People need to stop disrespecting Floyd Mayweather, comparing him to Shakur and fighters who have bad performances, because when it came to Floyd Mayweather, he was one of the sickest fighters in the ring, entertainment-wise, and you name it. You know, it was pretty odd when someone on Twitter was actually putting respect on Floyd Mayweather's name, pointing out the separation between him and other fighters. Then Shakur chimed in, cursing out this guy on Twitter when this guy never mentioned Shakur or compared Floyd to Shakur. He was comparing Floyd to everyone else. However, Shakur had a problem with that, but Shakur couldn't point out the fight where Floyd Mayweather had such a bad performance like he did against Edwin de los Santos. Shakur or any of you guys could never find a fight where Floyd, Crawford, Andre Ward, Pernell Whitaker, and you name it, where they were in a fight, just like Shakur against Edwin, and they were afraid to throw a jab and commit to it for the first 5 rounds. I'm talking about a jab. Shakur was reluctant to throw a jab. Man, these guys never did anything like that. In fact, when Floyd fought Canelo, like I pointed out, Floyd actually walked down Canelo in the first round. Remember, just like Edwin de los Santos, Canelo has power and speed. And I don't even know why Shakur used Crawford as an example when Crawford is the most exciting fighter today. Did you guys see what Crawford did against Errol Spence? Do we even need to talk about Crawford and compare him to Shakur? Matter of fact, the fight Shakur put up of Crawford on his Instagram, I remember Crawford ended up knocking the guy clean out. So why use that as an example? Yeah, of course, Crawford dealt with double standards. Devin Haney, Floyd, Andre Ward, so on and so forth. But when Shakur fought Edwin, like I said before, that was not the case. Shakur basically had a bad showing. It was all on Shakur for being afraid of Edwin de los Santos' power and his counterpunching ability. That's why it didn't make sense whatsoever for Shakur to use Floyd versus Baldomir as an example to point out that Floyd did the same thing he did against Edwin. That's why Floyd was getting booed in that fight, that's not true. Remember, Devin Haney was getting booed against Lomachenko, even though Devin Haney versus Lomachenko is the most exciting competitive fight of the year. They booed Devin Haney even before the fight began. That's what you call double standards, what Devin Haney and Floyd Mayweather dealt with. But when it came to Shakur Stevenson, that's not the case. Floyd versus Baldomir, go back and watch the fight. Floyd Mayweather actually sat in the pocket a lot of the times, and he was countering Baldomir with these beautiful uppercuts. Man, did Shakur even throw an uppercut against Edwin? I'm talking about one. I can't even recall a power punch, let alone an uppercut, that Floyd Mayweather did against Baldomir all night long. Repetitively, repeatedly. The main problem when Shakur fought Edwin de los Santos was not the fact he was moving too much. Every time Edwin tried to engage, Shakur disengaged by jumping 3 to 9 feet every single time. That wasn't the problem. You can move around the ring as much as you like. Matter of fact, Muhammad Ali moved around the ring more than Shakur Stevenson does. But the main difference is Muhammad Ali will actually let his hands go. That's the difference. This goes back to the sweet science of boxing. Hit and don't get hit. It doesn't matter how you do it or pull it off, as long as you do it. But what Shakur did was called don't get hit and don't hit. Or don't hit and don't get hit, however you want to put it. I mean, I don't think Shakur is getting it. He posted on Instagram a Muhammad Ali clip. That's right, of all people, Shakur, Mr. Fury Beats Ali, Stevenson, now is using Muhammad Ali as an example as well, where Muhammad Ali was talking about being the matador and the bull. Check it out.
See, I'll think a man. See, the matador beats the bull. The bull is the strongest. Bull hits the hardest, but the matador is the smartest. Man conquered all the beasts in the jungles, got them in cages, but the beast can whoop the man. See, it's the brains. Man got me here in a few hours on a jumbo jet. Man didn't pick the jet up and carry it, just threw it through the air, but man's brains made the engine and the pistons and put it together. See, my brains will offset this mummy.
This was when Muhammad Ali invented the rope-a-dope to arguably be the hardest puncher of all time, George Foreman. But even when Ali was in his earlier days and he was flying like a butterfly, stinging like a bee, Muhammad Ali, he actually moves around the ring more than Shakur. But at the same time, the main difference, Muhammad Ali will actually let his hands go. He will throw combinations on top of combinations while he's moving on the back foot. That's the difference. You can move all day if you want to, as long as you let your hands go. But the problem with Shakur, he was moving. However, he was not letting his hands go. You can't get away with that. Shakur knows better than that unless you Willie Pep. Even then, Willie Pep was actually showboating when he went rounds without throwing any punches. The moral of the story, Shakur Stevenson needs to stop comparing himself to Floyd Mayweather, so on and so forth. Now, if he want to use an example, he can actually choose Tyson Fury, the fighter he likes the most. Mr. Fury beats Ali, right? Since Shakur loves Tyson Fury so much, why he don't use Tyson Fury as a pure example to hit multiple birds with one stone, to point out the double standards if they do exist, and justify his performance against Edwin de los Santos? Remember, Tyson Fury did the same thing Shakur did against Klitschko. That's a boring fight according to the fans, right? And Tyson Fury also didn't let his hands go against an MMA fighter where truly he got beat by Francis. Therefore, why don't you guys, I'm talking about the fans, why don't you guys call Tyson Fury boring? Just like y'all call Shakur. Is Tyson Fury a boring fighter? This is the example Shakur Stevenson should be using. Since in his eyes, Tyson Fury is such a great fighter that he will beat Muhammad Ali. Well, use him as an example instead of Floyd, Crawford, and Muhammad Ali when they don't compare to the Edwin fight. They never fought like that, but Tyson Fury did. Last but not least, Shakur Stevenson, after the Edwin fight, said, "Don't even congratulate me." And he welcomed all of the heat coming his way because he understood that he underperformed. He should have done better. That's why he apologized to Floyd, Andre Ward, Crawford, and the fans. However, after that, Shakur is getting mad at the people who's critiquing him when he already said he welcomes it. Shakur went from saying no excuses to straight up making excuses. Nothing but excuses after the fight. He claimed a hand injury, so on and so forth, when we know that's not the truth. According to the sparring footage he leaked out, he was throwing the left hand in sparring. He said he felt at his best leading up to the fight. And during the fight, his own trainer said Shakur left hand is okay. Yes, is okay. And he was calling for Shakur to throw combinations and also throw the left hand. To make matters worse, Shakur is betting $1 million he will beat Devin Haney in a sparring match right now. Like, wait a minute. How you gonna bet $1 million you will beat Devin Haney, but your hand is injured? That doesn't add up. That's not making a whole lot of sense. But it does, because that's why it's called making excuses instead of manning up to it, like Shakur Stevenson originally said he will. You can't say one thing and then do another. There's no point for Shakur Fury beats Ali Stevenson to play victim now. There's no point for that, especially when he told me that he don't care about race. He don't care about all of these double standards because he came from the gutter, so he don't care about these race issues. However, he goes and says Fury beats Ali. And then when we ask him, does he feel the same after Francis beat him, he says, well, I don't know. Who knows who's going to win this fantasy fight? I'm like, you did. You told the world Fury beats Ali. So don't play victim now, especially when the shoe don't fit. You know the shoe really don't fit when you have even old media bias / racist members that are telling Shakur Stevenson today, man, Floyd never fought like you. With the facts being laid out, drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe below. And to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace out. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
I spoke with Walling Moses, and I asked him about Shakur's left hand, if it was okay, and he says, yes, it's okay. I actually want him to throw it more, so the offense is coming.
Yeah,
we'll see.
But the problem is, if he throws it, you're exposed. You know, if you miss, you get yourself out of position when you shoot the right or the left hand, the backhand. Because again, he doesn't feel safe throwing that backhand because it'll put him out there.
Stop going straight back, okay? All right, now start throwing some combinations and throw some of them straight left hands under and out, all right? Trust you gotta trust yourself a little bit more, all right?